Thank y'all for stopping by. It is, and what are we talking about this week? East meets West. Pot stickers. Yeah, you heard it say it. The Cowboy is making pot stickers, but they oh so easy and they are so tasty. So come on, I'm fixing to get after it. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by. My name is Kent Rollins, and welcome to another episode of Cowboy Cooking. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Well, hey, we're over here at Wellington, Texas, where we have our coffee shop. Some of y'all have heard us talk about that, and some of y'all even bought our coffee. We have our own blend now. But folks, we're going to put together a little venue out here one of these days, and we're going to allow people to come and eat every once in a while. And stick around, and later in this video, I'm going to give you a little tour of what we got going on all outside. But what are we talking about today? Hey, these are one of Shan's favorite things. I didn't even know they existed, and she called them what? Pot stickers.
Pot sticker or dumplings.
Our dumplings, yeah. So a pot sticker was, to me, was a long stick that you got a hold of a Dutch oven with so you didn't burn your fingers while it was over the fire. But these are like East meets West, West meets East. Now, you be asking yourself, I thought you did cowboy cooking. Well, I do, a lot of it. But every once in a while, don't you want to just sort of venture outside your cooking comfort zone? Shan always told me you need to broaden your palate. So I'd go to the feed store and I'd get me 5 or 6 more wooden pallets and I'd make it bigger than what it was. But she said, no, that's not what I'm talking about. You know, Chop helped me a lot when we went through Chop Grill Masters and stuff like that to know that, hey, there's so much more out there than just beans and taters and meat. But folks, we're going to start this deal off, and what are we talking about? Whew. A pound of pork sausage we are. And I be loving me some Potters, I do. Now, if you look over here on this rainbow assortment of what we call vegetables that we're going to put in here. Now, traditionally, I think pot stickers always had chopped cabbage, very fine, mushrooms, maybe some garlic, maybe some green onion. I think the East needs to come over here and meet the West, because we're going to put some diced jalapeno in there and a cascabel chili that we're going to grind here in just a minute. But I need you to go ahead, and we're going to start this and get all this mixed up well, because folks, to blend in all that flavor that you really need out of this, we got to put this together, and then we're going to let it set in the icebox for about 30 minutes to let all them flavors come in there. So let me all get it all in there, the participants, and we'll get started. We about got this ready to go here. We'll get her scraped in there, and I want you to mix all this really well. And after you get everything mixed in there pretty good vegetable-wise, then we're going to add some of Justin Wilson's favorite stuff. And everybody be telling me, just call it what's your sister sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, or as the English folks over there in the UK always tell me, just call it the W sauce, Cowboy. So we're just going to put some of that in there. And if you're looking for the right amount, I'd say that's it, but that's pretty close to a tablespoon and 19/16. When you use some soy, folks, it has a salty taste to it, and you don't want to get this overpowered. So it's about 2 tablespoons of that. One thing we can't forget is we need some ground ginger. Now, if your grocery store got that fresh and you can grate it in there, you're money ahead. But folks, sometimes we're even hard pressed to find a dozen eggs. So we're just going to do it this way. All right, get in there and just get to working, sort of like making meatloaf. This is nearly, I guess, what I would nearly call a small version of a cowboy meat pie. But when you fry a dumpling like this, they're not really fried so much in hot oil. They are at the first, but it's a steaming effect that takes place that really gives them that texture. Well, while the little meat is over there making all them marinating flavors together, let's go ahead and make this dough, folks, because it too has to set about 30 minutes for this to get all ready. So we got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And I told you the Cowboy, he liked a little twist in all his things. And I like to give him a little black pepper in there. We're going to add a little salt, which is that much. And then guess what? That's about it. We got to have some warm water to put in there. Not hot, but warm.
That's it?
That is it. We may have to add a little more flour. But we're just going to get this around here to where it'll form a ball. Now, when you get it to where that spoon, you can get it together where you can get your hands on it. And it begins to what I call look a little ragged there. As you can see, it's sort of flaking off. Just keep mashing and turning that dough back over to pick that flour up. When it's in a ball shape, which that is, but it's still got some moisture to it. That's what we're wanting. Now I just need you to form it into that ball and just leave it alone. The dough's just going to sit here and take a nap and think someday I'm going to join in. So stick around because it ain't over. Remember, the meat has set 30 minutes to marinate all them flavors together. We got our Finex skillet over here about over some medium heat. We're going to get it hot and we're just going to brown this just a little. Now, Shannon be telling me most of the time that them pot stickers, they don't cook the meat before they put it in there and then just let the steam cook it. Well, folks, I like to cook mine just a little. Now, some of you are going to be saying, oh, he don't know what he's doing. But you just try it this way, you'll be thinking, ooh, the cowboy does know some Asian cuisine. So let's just get her in there. Well, we're about half done we are, and we got to let this cool. So let's just set her over here and let her cool, and we'll go to putting that dough together. I need you to take that dough now, just flour your hands right soft like, and I just need you to knead this back together a little. We're just going to work it about 5 minutes, we are. Take your knife, I want you to cut it in 4 equal pieces. Always make sure you cover up what you ain't using yet. These, I just want you to roll into a log form and then just keep rolling that little log around there till you get it to the shape you want it, because we're going to roll them out into about 3 to 4 inch circles. I like to make mine a little bigger, so we may not come up with totally 6 here. That's 3. I'm going to call it 5. And then I just want you to take this and just go to forming it into a circle, pulling the dough back around as you go, folding it under. Get it to the best roundest shape you can. Mine sort of looks like a rectangle, but folks, I guarantee you they're going to eat. And then I just want you to go to rolling. You got to get it in pretty close to a 4 inch circumference circle, diagonal, trapezoid, stop sign shape, octagon. Looky there. We have what we would call a cowboy.
It's pretty circular.
It's not bad for me. I want you to get you a little apparatus to hold some water. And I just want you to take a spoonful of this, put it right here in the middle. And then with your finger, I want you to wet this dough on one side. It's going to help it seal up. And then you just do the tuck and roll method. And then when you get them here, you have to do that little fancy wonton pinch, pot sticker, whatever it is.
Make it look good.
You got to just keep mashing it together till you get it to look sort of like one of them clams out there in the ocean. Get him some nice little crimps, and then I want you to bend him just a little because that's how they look. Well, you be thinking, he done lost his mind. The cowboy has got a Teflon skillet. Hey folks, I don't be boiling or steaming no water in cast iron. Remember, I told you we have to steam these a little, and I need something that a lid is going to fit pretty good on there. About medium heat, we're going to add us about 2 to 3 tablespoons, maybe a little more oil than that. I'd say that was pretty close. Make sure that it's all the way around the pan, and then I just want you to take them flat side down, set them right in there. We're going to let them fry at about 2 minutes. We just want to get them bottoms golden brown, and then we're going to add us a little water and let the steam begin. So folks, let's take a look here. See, that's what we're after, that good golden crust there on the bottom. So we turn our heat down. We're going to add us a little water. And we're going to let them sit there and steam just like that till you see all that water vapor disappear. And then we're going to cook them just a little more, set them over on that wire rack, and we're fitting to eat some goodness, we are. Hey folks, welcome to Cowboy Coffee. Let me take you inside and I'll give you a little tour of what's going on. Welcome to the inside of the coffee shop. A little warmer in here as it is out there around that wagon today. But hey, we got us a coffee shop, got all the finer ingredients, but guess what? I still boil that coffee in 2 old wagon pots that I've been making coffee in, bring it over here. We'll serve you up some cowboy coffee. But they do got one of them fancy pants coffee machines back there that I don't even know how to turn on. They won't even let me near it because they're afraid I'm going to break it. But one reason we opened this up too and we got this is I want to show you out back what we're going to do, because when we get this plumb finished, there will be a venue where, hey, y'all can come out and eat. Maybe we'll do some little cooking seminars. So come on, let's go out back. Keep coming. It's a long walk, Shen.
This is still under construction.
Yes, it is.
And tell me what this space is going to be.
This here will be a dining place, but also a meeting place where people can come back here. We'll have a bunch of tables and chairs. And it was just an old plastered wall over there, and Shan's allowed that we need to take some more brick off where we could see it. We put in some French doors back here at the back. This little sliding door will be shut. That leads in there to the shipping room, and there's a piano there that Shan's going to play someday. And then right out the back door we go, which will be my favorite part, folks, when I get this finished, because, whew, you talk about a nice courtyard back here. This will all be covered over here on one side. This will be covered, be a bar there, big long bar stools and everywhere there. Over here will be covered on this side over there, just where that concrete is. That's where I'm gonna do my cooking. We'll have this all concreted in, cedar fence back here at the back, and you can sit out here and drink you some coffee and visit, have a drink, and we're also probably gonna cook you up some ribs or some steak or something like that. So if you want to keep up to date on what's happening with all this stuff, you can sign up for our email newsletter, which will be a little link down there below, and it'll get you right to it. And I'd love for you to come by, give you a little old hug from a distance, and give you a cup of coffee to go. Well, it is a done deal. We done went east, west, southeast, northwest, and come down here to the southwest corner. We did, and guess what happened? Looky there. Shen says these is what pot stickers really look like. Now, you want to make sure you get that golden brown crust right there on the bottom. And when you fill them, it's sort of like a leather feel to me, just a little thicker than paper. But that's what that steam is going to do, help set that dough. But when you take that lid off, it's going to let them dry out. Then I want you to put them on that wire rack, let them set a minute. And guess what? Well, y'all wasn't paying no attention. I done make me up a little soy sauce, a little bit of that horseradish, some brown sugar. Folks, I'm telling you, you got to have something to dip them in. So, I think you could have the dough, but I don't know, can you have anything else? Do you?
Where's Duke?
Duke, where you at? Duke is not participating. So, thank you, Big. East meets West right there. What do you think? No? One more?
He wants the meat.
He does want the meat. So, I'll just go ahead and get this one that he was starting on. Dip her right in there. So folks, look in there. You can see that Cascaville pepper, that cabbage, jalapeno, onion, but that ginger comes through so good. Big, that made me feel good, like do the moonwalk. East meets West, and namaste, and it's a great day. Was a little out of the comfort zone, but sometimes you got to reach out there, folks, to find out what you're made out of and what you can do with what you got on hand. Remember, hey, y'all are one big family to us, and we love you all, and we never take it for granted that you watch our videos. And as always, I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all the veterans who have kept that old flag flying above camp no matter where we are. God bless y'all especially. And you folks too, get on in here. I'm going to give you a big old hug. God bless you each and every one. And I'll see you down the Potsticker Trail. Never mind. Great eggs in the icebox. And some of you might be thinking, you got a lot of Band-Aids on there. Well, when you work with a lot of hot iron like I do, there's a burn there, a burn there, and a burn there. And they're pretty warm today, so I'm just going to keep them covered up. Huh?